All right, guys, not a shabby day here. We got Bitcoin past 38,000. I guess we had a little bit of a pump last night. All the news articles right now. Bitcoin rally pushes largest token to 18-month high. Bitcoin soars to its highest price so far this year as investors took on more risk ahead of comments from Federal Reserve Chair Powell, which could give guidance on whether the U.S. is closer to lowering interest rates. I think they probably will lower interest rates only because there's like an election coming up. And so basically when there's an election coming up, doesn't matter if there's a Democrat in office or a Republican, the Fed is kind of working for that president at the time. So they're going to want to just keep pumping the stock market. So I could see them lowering interest rates. And also that will probably help the housing market as more people are able to get lower interest loans. So overall, guys, everything looking good. I was kind of surprised. You know, they say Bitcoin's at its highest level in a few years. I don't know. I could swear we pumped up to like 39,000 last week. But honestly, I can't even keep track anymore. The one thing interesting about this pump, though, this is kind of a solely Bitcoin pump. I guess, and Ethereum. But for the most part, most of the coins are basically where they were yesterday. I mean, you have Cardano up 2% and everything like that. Everything goes up a little bit, but this is kind of one of those Bitcoin pumps first. It's going to level out, and then the altcoins will kind of follow. Let's see if there's anything up crazy that's an altcoin, at least on the first two pages of CoinMarketCap. You still have theta above $1, which we want to see theta above $1 and kind of hold there. Oh, and the one thing I noticed about theta, I don't know if this is good news or bad news. Well, I mean, it's good news for theta, but I was watching crypto Bitboy last night, Ben Armstrong, and I've never heard him talk about theta before. He makes this video, 5 coins to 5 million in 2024, and he mentions theta as one of his coins. And I've always said I don't like to be invested in coins that Ben Armstrong's in because he'll probably like fuck it up somehow, or he's taking money to, I don't know, promote some scam or whatever. But it does look like Ben Armstrong's trying to change his ways. And he does have a lot of views. I mean, he has 10,000 people watch this video. So if Ben Armstrong continues to talk about theta, I don't know, guys. I mean, that's one of those things that can push a coin like theta up tremendously. It doesn't take much. We've already seen how volatile theta is. $14 down to $1, then down to 50 cents. We were just at 50 cents like a month ago. Then we go up to $1.10, then back down to 80 cents. Now we're back to $1. It's crazy. So here's Ben Armstrong talking about theta last night. So I'm going to say this is overall good news for theta. I mean, look, at least we're getting some more views in on theta.
We have theta, which was one of my picks for the month, and today it popped, but it hasn't popped enough. I do believe that theta, a top project from the 2021 bull run, that actually is all about streaming bandwidth, which is another thing we're going to need a lot more of. As you guys know, we live stream all the time. A lot of people live stream all the time, and every platform is making it easier. Theta makes decentralized streaming more possible. They also have NFTs. Check out our NFTs that I did a long time ago, including the great NFT everybody knows called Nipception, where you get to go inside of my nipple in an NFT. It was great. Next, coming in at number 3.
You have to go inside his nipple on an NFT. I don't know. Anyway, overall good news. He's talking about it, you know. I guess it's good news. I mean, he has a lot of views. As long as he's not doing his scamming, it's good news. All right, so let's see what else is going on. I want to talk about this. You know, like, I don't talk a lot about like super degenerate plays that you have a really good chance of losing your money. Although I did talk about Hex, but I mentioned when I said buy Hex, you have a very good chance of losing your money. You know, we just have to see what happens. But if you guys remember this Terra Classic, this Terra UST, it's the coin that was based off the Terra Luna ecosystem. It was supposed to be pegged to $1. And Crypto Banter was pumping the hell out of it. Cryptos R Us was pumping the hell out of it. They must have been making money promoting it. It was one of those things where you put all your money in this USD, and they were giving everybody 20% interest. And your boy here made a video. In fact, I think we're going to play that video because I have some new subscribers. Anyway, you guys know I love tooting my own horn. Here is me predicting Terra Luna and UST collapse months before it happened. All the other big YouTubers are telling you to buy it. Here I am over 1 year ago. This is like a few months before UST collapsed, warning people it's all a big scam and UST will go to zero.
A quick video on Terra Luna and the UST stablecoin, which I've always said is like the worst stablecoin you can own, other than getting the 20% interest, which if they weren't giving you 20% interest, nobody would own UST or use it because it's not backed by the US dollar. It's actually not backed by anything. It's only backed by like an algorithm where there's buying and selling and burning and then creating new coins, which basically eventually somehow that makes it equal $1 when there's heavy selling pressure. The whole thing makes no sense to me, but usually when the whole thing makes no sense, the whole thing will eventually crumble. Well, now UST is backed by Bitcoin, and that's one reason a lot of people think Bitcoin's actually been on a tear lately, is because the founder of Luna and UST is buying a ton of Bitcoin, and UST is now going to be backed by a $1 billion Bitcoin reserve. You know, that's great that now Terra Luna or UST is backed by Bitcoin, but the whole point of having a stable coin is in case, you know, like the nuclear bomb goes off and Bitcoin goes down like 50, 80%, the markets are in a complete turmoil like we saw with COVID, where Bitcoin goes down to $3,000, all coins are dropping 80% that day. Who cares if it's backed by Bitcoin? I mean, what he should have done was said, hey, look, I bought $1 billion worth of gold, or I bought $1 billion worth of euros or US dollars or whatever currency you want to buy. It's got to be backed by something that's not in crypto. You can't have a stable coin that's backed by crypto. That defeats the whole purpose of having a stable coin, right, folks? So it just doesn't make any sense to me. Would you feel safe putting your money in UST when Bitcoin is a dropping? Bitcoin hits $68,000 again, and then it drops crazy. Say it drops 60%, crazy. You know, war in Russia, COVID's back, blah, 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 blah. Are you going to put your money in UST that's backed by Bitcoin? Or are you going to put your money in a USDC or the Gemini coin that's backed by US dollars and gold and all the other good stuff? I don't get it, folks. This makes no sense to me. This, to me, makes me hate UST even more.
Anyway, so there I am before UST crashed. This is UST was pegged to $1. All your favorite YouTubers were telling you to buy it. Crypto Banter, our old friend Rand Nooner, was running shows almost every day, every other day, begging people to put their money in UST to get that 20% interest. He was having the founders on to talk about how great it was. And then, of course, Terra Luna crashes, UST crashes, it all goes to zero. Of course, I only have 29 views on this video. This is like around when I first started making videos, but it just goes to show, guys, you don't have to be all that smart to predict that UST was a scam. I know it was a scam from day one. With that said, UST is now pumping. It's been pumping for a while. Apparently, there's something going on with FTT. They might relaunch the exchange. There's a bunch of developers with a Terra Luna ecosystem that are trying to pump this up. So what could this mean? Well, does it mean that like UST is going to go back to $1? Does it mean like Terra Luna's coming back? No. But what it does mean is we're going into a bull market, which we all know. Every fucking thing pumps in the bull market. It doesn't matter what it is. A turd becomes a shiny turd. Actually, a turd becomes gold in a bull market. And you have a lot of people who hold Terra UST and Terra Luna, and they're waiting to get out. And a lot of these people some of these people had millions of dollars in UST when it was pegged to $1. And it essentially went down to nothing. It went down to like, now it's 5 cents when it's supposed to be $1, but it went down to like below a penny. So now it's pumped back up to 5 cents. And I guess the question on everybody's mind is, will UST get back up to $1? I don't think it will, but I think there's a good chance that UST can get back up to 25, 35, maybe like best case scenario, back up to 50 cents. So would buying UST right now as a Hail Mary. I'm going to hold UST and I'm not going to sell it until the tip of the bull market. Would that be worthwhile if you have some extra money and you're just looking to like be a degenerate in a certain coin? I think yeah. I might pick some up. Not much. I'm not even sure where to buy it. I think you can buy it on KuCoin still. But maybe I put like 500 bucks into this and then see if that can like 50x or something like that. Although it wouldn't 50x, maybe like 20 or 30x from here. But it could all go to zero tomorrow. It's very risky. But like I said, there's a lot of people who want this to pump because they lost a lot of money in UST by listening to Crypto Banter and Cryptos R Us. And even if you look at this article that came out a couple months ago, it says Terra Luna Classic community wants to repeg UST stablecoin after historic collapse. Blah, blah, blah. So that is what they want to do. And the only way they can do it is if we're in a bull market. Like I'm telling you, Bitcoin's $100,000, your Cardano's $10, and then the money just starts flowing into these horrible projects like UST. So same with Terra Luna. If you look at Terra Luna, that Luna Classic, that has also been pumping a lot lately. So between UST and Terra Luna, maybe if you had 500 bucks, put 250 into UST, 250 into Terra Luna Classic, and see what happens. Odds are you're going to lose it, and it's going to go to zero. But if you're looking for a degen play, this might be it. And like I said, there's a lot of people in this. A lot of people have lost a lot of money in this coin. And what's going to happen when it hits a certain price? Like say UST does pump up to like, 25 cents. That might be the magic number where all these people who have millions of dollars in it, they say, oh my God, all right, well, it was pegged to $1. Now at least I'm only down 75%, not 100%, and they might just sell it all there. But there is a certain point where all the big whales are going to sell, but I do think the big whales are going to try to sell their UST, and they're going to try to pump it first. So we'll see what happens. It's not too late to buy it. Once Terra Luna, if UST, I don't know if it's going to happen, if UST pumps up to 10, 15, 20 cents next week, I wouldn't go near it. But right now, under 5 cents, I don't know, guys. It might be worth it. I'm not recommending you buy it. I'm just saying, if you're looking for a degen coin, and that could be it. $100, $200, something like that. And I think you can get it on KuCoin, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's see what else is going on. Bitcoin eyes 40,000 as 1 billion in Bitcoin withdrawals suggest bullish mood. Data shows over 1 billion worth of Bitcoin has been withdrawn from the exchanges over the past week. The case for a continued rally in Bitcoin to 40,000 and higher by the year end has strengthened with a centralized exchange recently witnessing a sizable exodus of coins. Data by Glassnode shows just over 37,000 worth 1.4 billion has been withdrawn from exchanges since November 17th in a sign of investors taking direct custody of their coins. Overall bullish. When people start to take their money off the exchanges, that of course means they're not planning to sell anytime soon. And this could be because a lot of people are expecting that ETF. So overall, with Bitcoin, everything looking absolutely insane. Like I said in my video yesterday, following that 4-year cycle to a T. I mean, I almost can't believe it. If you were to ask me last year, is Bitcoin going to follow the 4-year cycle? I'd say, yeah, but not perfectly, but in the end, it's going to be like 4-year cycle. But it's following the 4-year cycle, like, to a T. Like, it's absolutely incredible. And as I already said, Bitcoin rally pushes Bitcoin up to 18-month high. So, 4-year cycle. 4-year cycle. Everybody was talking about that Cybertruck coming out yesterday, because here's an article. I didn't know the Cybertruck's going to cost $60,000. I don't know. Like, how do people afford this much, like, on vehicles? I know a lot of people are getting, like, $1,000 car loans for, like, little shitty pickup trucks and stuff like that, which I think the next crash is going to be the car loan market. I just can't see spending $60,000 for a Cybertruck. I mean, you just have to have a lot of money. Even if I had, like, millions of dollars, I don't think I would do that. I know people like to waste their money. All right, let's see. I'm going to finish up on this. There's not too much news, but we've been talking a lot about Binance, BNB, and just not being involved with anything Binance because for whatever reason, the world has it out for Binance. All the world regulators in every country, I even mentioned the Philippines, is now going after Binance. I saw this article. Cristina Rondando faces $1 billion lawsuit for promoting Binance NFTs. Class action lawsuit alleges footballers' promotion of world's largest cryptocurrency exchange was deceptive and lawful. or lawless, unlawful. Cristiano Ronaldo has been hit with a class action lawsuit seeking at least $1 billion in damages for his role in promoting cryptocurrency-related non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, issued by cryptocurrency exchange Binance. So this kind of goes back to what I'm saying, like anything Binance, the world, like the regulators are going after. And this is going to turn off a lot of big money from going into Binance, because they're going to see, wow, like anybody who's done anything with Binance over the years is getting sued or going to jail, or I mean, the CEO might go to jail and was fined billions of dollars. So, like I always said with Binance, I like it. It's a reputable exchange. They've never lost anybody's money. The few times they've been hacked, they've paid everybody back. This isn't like about, I don't like Binance as an exchange. This is about, sometimes you got to read the room. I always tell my wife this, like, read the room before you start like talking. Like, or before you invest in something. Just because Binance is a good quality exchange doesn't mean it can't fail, and doesn't mean the sentiment around Binance can't end in a disaster. So at least for the foreseeable future, I wouldn't be involved in anything Binance. I wouldn't be in BNB or any of their fungible tokens. And as you can see right now celebrities who got involved with Binance are getting screwed. So, you know, I've still been telling people, I know a lot of my family members as well, they're holding like their Cardano on Binance. Even I told you guys the other day, like my father-in-law was saying, well, do you think I should sell my Cardano at 38 cents? And I know he's on Binance.us. So I didn't even think to tell him this, but I was going to be like, don't you know you can't even sell your Cardano on Binance.us because you can't even do US dollars. So you would have to sell it into like Litecoin or something like that, or maybe like USDT, and then send it over to Coinbase. So a lot of people don't realize that are still holding their money on Binance.us, you can't even transact. It's no longer linked to your bank account. It's essentially like a ghost exchange right now. And I do still have family members who are using Binance.us, and I think they're going to get burned. But anyway, like I say, just avoid everything Binance for the time being. It's okay to hold a little bit of money on the exchange, at least Binance International, or you want to do some trades. But as you can see, every day there's a new news article coming out talking about how Binance or somebody involved with Binance is getting fucked. So it's just not worth it. Okay, one more look at the markets. Bitcoin 38,548. I get it. This is a little bit of a pump, but this is still the kind of the range we've been in. I know we're kind of making like yearly highs right now. I'd like to see Bitcoin hit 39,000. If Bitcoin could hit 39,000 and then get rejected, that would be really, really nice. So we'll see if that can happen today. Overall, your altcoins just kind of doing what they've been doing for the last month. Dogecoin's been doing really, really well lately. Theta still over $1. I don't know, guys. Like I've been saying, like I don't think anything could be going better. You know, like if you were to tell, remember, we got to get in the time machine. This time last year, it was so bad. $15,000 Bitcoin. Everybody's bearish. Gareth Soloway, it's going to 5,000. Data Dash, it's going to 3,000. Like everybody's talking about the end of the world. Everything your big YouTubers were promoting is going to zero. Celsius, I Trust Capital, BlockFi, UST, Luna, Voyager, everything just crashing. It was so bad last year. It was bad. I mean, it was bad. I mean, we got this like, I don't know. Maybe I have PTSD from it and it just hasn't hit me yet. I did have some crazy anxiety over the summer. Maybe that's from being in crypto. I really did have the worst anxiety over the summer, like anxiety attacks and all this stuff. And maybe it was whatever happened last year in crypto finally caught up to me. I don't know. But if you were to tell me this time last year, okay, that's fine. But in 1 year, Bitcoin's going to be pushing $40,000 again. Theta back up to $1. Cardano pushing 40 cents again. Solana, which we thought was dead last year, was what, $8, is now $60 or whatever it is. Ethereum back over $2,000. Because remember, Ethereum went down to almost $700 last year. And I was telling you to buy it too. But so everything's really going absolutely according to plan, and it makes me more bullish than ever in these 4-year cycles. Because sometimes you say 4-year cycles and everything's crashing, you're like, oh god, all right, yeah, 4-year cycles, but things aren't looking too good. But a year later, the 4-year cycles like just kicked in, and here we are. So, and then they might interest rates and all this stuff. Everything's just kind of playing out. I even made a video last year. I can probably find it. I said we'll probably be getting the Bitcoin ETF right as we go into the bull market. And now everybody's calling for the ETF in January. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But man, like that really would be calling the markets 100%. So overall, right now, it's boring, but it's not boring because we do have some price action. We haven't seen the altcoins go absolutely crazy yet, at least most of them. But we're seeing life brought back into them. We're seeing like the altcoins this time last year, it was like a dead zombie just laying on the floor. Now you're starting to see the zombie's fingers like twitching and the zombie's like moving its head a little bit. So you're seeing life brought back into these altcoins, which is overall just a great thing to see. So anyway, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.